Hello guys, welcome back. My name is Praveen Kumar Sriram. I'm a Microsoft Certified Trainer, author, currently working as a Solutions Architect on Azure. Today we are going to learn about another Azure Bicep design pattern. It's called as Logical Parameter Pattern. In our last recording, we have learned how to create a network security group, and we have also created a network security group rule. And now I created a production Bicep param file, and I just ran the script in production resource group as well. Let me quickly show you. As you can see here, this is production resource group, and I created this network security group inside the production environment as well. Now let's say in real world, you will be getting requirements to add many network security groups, and within each group, we will be creating many rules in each of the groups. Now, one important requirement that you might be getting is that people would ask you to create some specific rules only in certain environments. For example, let's say maybe a rule to be created only in dev, which allows people to do RDP. That is one example. So now there are multiple ways you can accommodate that kind of requirements. But here today, we are going to implement it in such a way that we use a design pattern, which is called as logical parameter pattern. Now, as you can see here in the resource section, all we are providing is NSG rules array. The resource block creates all the rules that we provide in this particular array. Now it's our responsibility on how we create these rules. All the logic that we create these rules is within the variable section. So using the design pattern called logical parameter pattern, we are going to create the rules based on the architecture which is defined in logical parameter pattern. So let's get started. So as I already said, in this video, we are going to create rules that are specific to an environment. For example, in dev, allow RDP port. So let me now create a variable, a separate variable which contains RDP port. Maybe in the future, if you want to create multiple rules only for dev, then you can keep adding them. Let me just copy paste the existing rules array. I would say NSG dev rules. So now here we will replace the RDP port with 8080. So replace 8080 with 3389, which is the RDP port. So let me copy it everywhere else. So here I'm explaining, and of course priority must be changed because the priority must be unique within all the rules. So here I'm focusing only on the design pattern, but in real world it's your responsibility to check all these values for various parameters. So now our assumption is this array contains all the rules that are specific to dev environment. Okay. So now we have two arrays. One is NSG rules, the other one is NSG dev rules. Now the requirement for any resource block is it accepts only one array. We already assigned NSG rules, which is common to all environments. We already assigned that to security rules. Create one more variable, let's say NSG underscore final underscore rules. Now this is a variable. We will assign this, we will assign the values in such a way that if the environment is not equal to dev, we make some room here, let me collapse. If the environment is not equal to dev, then that means it's a higher environment. So all the rules that are specified in this array must be created. And if the environment is equal to dev, then the lower environment rules, for example 3389, that must be also included. If it is dev, we need both. All the rules specified in this array plus all the rules specified in this array. So what we can do is we can use a function called concat. So this contains NSG rules as usual for dev, plus at the same time dev specific rules must also be included. So concat function will help us in combining all the rules specified in NSG rules array plus NSG dev rules array. So now finally we need to use this and assign it to the security rules, which is part of the resource creation. So before I run, let me quickly show you the current status of rules in both environments. Right now, this is dev environment, which contains 8080. The production environment also contains 8080. Now I'm going to run the deployment for both environments. So we should get the RDP port only to dev, not to production. Okay, let's head over to Visual Studio Code and run the bicep script in both the environments. Let me first run it for dev. It will take some time. I'll come back once it is completed. Alright, the execution for dev is done. Now let's run it for production as well. Alright, the execution for production is also complete. Now we should see the new RDP rule only in dev, but not in production. Let's head over to the browser. Currently we are in dev. If I refresh this, I should see the new RDP rule, which is perfect. Now let me open the production environment as well. And if I refresh, we should not see any change because the RDP rule is only in dev array. That's how we can also control the array elements using the design pattern called logical parameter pattern. I hope you like this content. If you have any feedback, please feel free to provide the same in the comment section. I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.